Hello, Kerry from the Soap Coach again, and today I'm going to be talking about niche and why I bang on about it all the time. And I know I do, it probably gets very boring, but there's a really good reason for that. So, so niche is, to many people, within the soap and skincare business industry, when they first start out, they think niche is plastic-free, natural products, kind, gentle to the environment. That is not a niche. That is part of your business, part of your business, your ethos, your values. But it's not a niche on its own, because ultimately that's what we're all doing. Most of us are doing within this industry. So my niche is all of that, but really dog soaps. So dog soap and grooming products, and now I've expanded into products for outdoor loving people as well. So that is my niche. And for other people, it might be skincare for women who are menopausal. It might be for men. It may be specifically for beards. That can be a niche on its own. Or one example that I'm using at the moment in my social media is coffee soaps or coffee products, everything to do with coffee. That is a niche. So your product is soap and skincare. Your niche is whatever area you've chosen. So that can be a sector of people that you're supplying, or it can be a theme, for example, like coffee, and your your values is around plastic-free, natural, that kind of thing. But really, I know it's very easy for me to say, you must have a niche, you must do this, it's really important. But actually, why? Why do we need that, and how does it impact on everything else? So I'm just going to share my screen and show you a little chart. Oops. Not that one, you don't want that one. You want that one. So this is something that I've created for my business bootcamp, which is coming out on the 13th of January. I relaunch it every year, and I've rewritten it for 2024 because 2024 is going to be tricky. It's not impossible, but I think you need to really get things right from the outset. And the one thing it all hinges on is niche. So niche will help you stand out from the crowd, helps you attract a loyal group of customers, create content that drives traffic and makes your business unique in all scenarios. So for me, with my dog products, that means that I have a blog on my website, which is all about dogs. I have the benefit of being a professional dog groomer back in the day, so I've got the knowledge from that aspect as well. So that gives me the ability to create content that attracts the right people that might want to buy my products. So that is why having a niche will make it extra easy for you to attract people to you. So you start off with your niche, and generally, and in the bootcamp, I've got tools which help you decide what to hang your products off, depending on your life skills, interests, experience, that kind of thing. So once you've chosen your niche, you then move on to your branding. Now, you can't look at your branding if you don't know your niche. And again, put that in perspective. If you have products which are aimed, like me, at outdoor loving people, I'm not going to be branding them in something pink and fluffy. It's just not, it doesn't match the kind of people that I'm looking to serve. So again, branding will reflect your niche. Can't do that if you don't have your niche. Then your products, your actual products, they will be linked to your niche. And again, I use my business because it's obviously one that I can draw my experience on. But for example, my customer base and my products are all for dogs. So I'm not suddenly going to create a line of products for cats because that doesn't fit in with my niche. But also, I've expanded into outdoor loving people because that matches the dogs as well. But I won't be producing something like, I'm just trying to think what it could be. I don't know, some sort of pink face mask, because that won't match my ideal customer. They want things that do what they say on the tin, are hardworking, easy to carry around if they're out on a camping trip or something like that. So my products will be matched to my niche. So until I've decided on my niche, I can't decide on my products. My packaging, again, mine is reflective of my branding. It's easy to carry. I haven't got any glass jars, things that will get broken because people throw them in rucksacks. They might also like traveling, so it's not practical. So my packaging in that respect is linked to my niche, but also it's, again, not pink and fluffy because that doesn't go with the type of people that I'm attracting. So I can't decide on my packaging until I've decided on my niche. So you can see there's a theme here, starting with your niche, and then everything else will fall into place. And these are all topics which I cover in the bootcamp in a lot more detail and give you tools to help you decide what you're going to do. Pricing. And again, pricing has to be suitable for your products, your niche, and who your target market is. So if you are creating a luxury brand for, I don't know, corporates, for example, and you price them at £1 for a really lovely bar of soap, they are probably not going to buy it because they'll probably think that's really cheap and naff. Why is it so cheap? So it has to be suitable for your niche, but also has to be suitable for your costs. So if you have luxury packaging, you're going to have that reflected in your pricing as well because it has to work for you too. Social media, love it or hate it, it's relevant to your niche because you will need to know where your ideal customers are hanging out. So for me, that's Facebook and Instagram. If my target market was, I don't know, people in their 20s, it might be TikTok. It depends very much on what you're looking at. If you're aiming at corporates, you might be looking at LinkedIn. So your social media will depend on your niche. I'm beginning to sound like a broken record. Your selling platform, so where and how you sell your products and how will they find you. If you're aiming at corporates, you're probably not going to be looking to sell on eBay or probably not Etsy. I'm not a fan of Etsy anyway. And I talk about all of this in the bootcamp because there's a lot of costings that you need to look at and you need to look at the bigger picture. But where you sell your products and how will your ideal customer find you is dependent on your niche as well. You might well be just selling locally at events, not something I recommend. If that is the case, however, and you just want to keep it very small, you could probably get away with not having a selling platform and just having a Facebook page. But if you're looking to do a lot of wholesale and sell nationwide, you will definitely need a website and it needs to look the part as well. But it depends on what you're looking to do. And SEO, search engine optimization, you might not know too much about it at the moment, but you will do by the time you get through your business life. But again, if you don't know your niche and your ideal customer, you won't know what kind of words and language and your brand voice, you won't know how to talk. If my customer is a teenager, then the way I describe my products and the things they will be searching for is very different to a lady who's in her 50s, for example, who's going through the menopause. So again, you need to know your niche and your ideal customer before you can look at your SEO and draw in the right people. So it is an ecosystem, and you do need all of those parts in place before you can really start to then grow your business. Which is why I'm always banging on about niche, because it's the one thing that you need to start with, and then all of these things will then follow. As I say, this is exactly how I've set up the business bootcamp. Just on a business perspective, you might wonder why I haven't sort of commented at all on the legislation aspect. At this point, it's all in the bootcamp, but that's the easy bit. It's quite black and white. You have to follow the steps and do everything. It's getting all this stuff in place, which most people skip or don't do, and then later on down the line, they have to go back and redo it. So that is why I'm always banging on about niche. Hopefully it's been quite eye-opening for you. And any questions, as always, put them in the comments, and I'll put all my links to everything in there as well. And I hope you found that really useful.